Welcome to this daily stretch routine. I find stretching is a great opportunity for us to practice mindfulness. So, as you go through this exercise, I want you to have a gentle intention to relax, to slow down, and let go. When we meditate, we practice being friendly and welcoming to everything within us and all the things around us. So, as you go through these stretches, bring as much awareness as you can to your body and how it feels, and to the sounds all around you. We will be holding each stretch from 60 to 90 seconds, so it doesn't need to be intense. I'll help you get in and out of the pose and make it work for you. First up is our kneeling lunge. Begin kneeling, then bring one foot out in front of you. Stack the knee above the heel. You can rest your hand on top of the knee. You can use your other hand to cradle the back of your head. This is a stretch for the hip flexor of the back leg. To increase the stretch, press into the floor with the front foot and engage the hamstring of the front leg, as if you were going to pull yourself forward to the front of the mat. This will pull your waist towards the floor, increasing the stretch. The back leg is long and resting flat against the mat, including the top of the back foot. If you want to make the stretch a little stronger, you can bend back at the waist. If you'd like to make it stronger still, you can try engaging the hip flexor of the back leg as if you're going to swing it up in front of you. You can also rest both hands on the front knee if this is more comfortable. Remember to breathe normally and having the gentle intention to slow down, to let go and relax. Switch sides, stacking the knee above the ankle, back leg outstretched, pressing that front foot into the mat, engaging the front hamstring, as if you were going to pull yourself towards the front of the mat, which will bring your waist closer to the floor and increase the stretch on the hip flexor. Remember, you can bend back at the waist to make the stretch a little stronger. Pay attention to your body, to how it feels, and listen to the sounds all around you. Breathing normally, or as you desire, slowly deepening the breath, making it long and slow. You're doing great. And gently coming out of the pose, we will be moving into our seated twist. Begin by sitting on the floor with one heel at your groin. Bring the other leg over top and press the foot flat against the floor near the knee. Hug the knee into the crook of the elbow and pull it towards the armpit. This will stretch the hip of the upright leg. Use your other arm and place the hand on the floor behind you to prop you up, keeping your back long and straight. To make this stretch stronger, continue pulling the knee into the armpit. You can also twist at the waist towards the hip of the upright leg. In this pose, you want to keep your shoulders down and relaxed. In all of the stretches, you want to experiment relaxing all the muscles that don't need to be working. Remember to breathe normally, having that intention to slow down, to relax, and let go. Ideally, both butt cheeks and the foot rest flat on the floor. If one or the other cannot reach, don't worry. Just try, that is part of the stretch, and you'll get there in time. Now switching sides. One heel at the groin, the other leg over top. Hug that knee into the armpit. When you feel you're in position, use your other arm behind you to prop your back up straight and long, keeping the shoulders down, face relaxed. You're twisting at the waist towards the hip of the upright leg. Pay attention to your body, to how it feels inside, and listen to the sounds all around you. Take this opportunity to slow down, to let go. And gently coming out of the pose, we'll be moving into a hip stretch. Begin by kneeling and then leaning forward onto your hands. Grab the heel of one foot and bring it out in front of you. Create a right angle with the knee, ankle, and hip of the front leg, keeping one hand on the foot to keep the leg in place. Place your other arm on the floor in front of you and lean over your front leg. Bringing your waist towards the floor will increase the stretch in the hip of the bent leg. You'll want to keep your back long and flat. You can see I'm not doing that very well, but we just do our best. The back leg is outstretched long, and the top of the back foot rests flat against the mat. Keep bringing the waist towards the floor, and do your best to breathe normally, long and deep. Remember your intention to relax, to slow down, and let go. Just pay attention to how your body feels and all the sounds around you. And now switching sides, grab the foot again and sweep the leg out in front, creating that right angle with your hip, knee, and ankle. You use your hand to hold your foot in place and lean over that front leg. The closer you can bring your waist to the floor, the stronger the stretch will become. If you feel any pain in your knee, then bend the front leg, bringing the heel towards the groin until that pain goes away. In none of the stretches should you ever feel pain in your knees. So always bend your knee as you need to take that pain away. Remember to breathe normally, long and deep. Pay attention to your body and to the sounds all around you. And slowly coming out of that, we will be moving on to our side stretch. Begin by sitting on the floor and bring one heel towards your groin with the other leg outstretched. You're going to lean over and grab the outside edge of the foot near the heel. You'll want to bend your knee as much as you need to in order to grab the foot. You should feel the stretch in the mid and lower back on the side of the bent leg. You'll want to twist your torso to face the wall and not the floor. You can do this by bringing the upper shoulder backward towards the wall behind you. To make the stretch a little stronger, you're going to pull with your hand so your head is pulled towards your knee. Your other hand can rest on top of the knee of the bent leg. Remember to breathe normally. Remember your intention to relax, slow down, and let go. And now switching sides, stretch the other leg out and bending the first heel towards your groin, grabbing the outside edge of the foot, bending your knee as needed. You're going to lean over and twist your torso to face the wall. Remember, you should feel the stretch in the lower to mid back on the side of the bent leg. Breathing normally, breathing slowly. Relax and pay attention to your body and the sounds all around you. Should you notice your mind wandering, bring it back to these sensations, to what you feel and hear. And slowly coming out of that, we'll be moving into our forward fold. Start by sitting on the floor with both legs outstretched. You're going to lean forward and grab the outside edge of both feet near the heel. Like before, bend your knee as much as you need to. You may want to bend and straighten each leg as if you were walking in place. Eventually settling on what feels good, you're going to pull with your hands and bring your head towards your knees. You should feel a stretch in your lower to mid back in the middle. Remember, you're bending your knees as much as you need to shift the stretch from your legs to your back and to ensure you feel no pain behind the knee. If you breathe all the air out of your abdomen and then pull with your hands, you can bend a little further. And then as you take deep breaths, you'll feel the stretch grow stronger at the height of the in-breath. Remember your intention to slow down and relax. Keep your attention on your body, how it feels, and all the sounds around you. And now shifting out of that, we will be moving into a back extension. Begin by laying on the floor with your belly down, creating a right angle with your shoulder, elbow, and wrist. You press your forearms into the floor. Pressing your hands down, you pull yourself towards them. This will lengthen the lower back. If this isn't strong enough, you can prop yourself up on your hands. In either case, you want to pull your body towards your hands and keep your shoulders down. This will lengthen the lower back, which is where you'll feel the stretch. The back legs should be long and flat against the mat. This stretch can be very strong, so be gentle with yourself. Do your best to breathe normally, and you may also feel a stretch in the front of your body as you do this. The more deeply you breathe, the deeper the stretch will become. When you're ready to come out of it, just lay down on the floor with your arms by your sides for a few moments to let your back relax. And now we're shifting to our hamstring stretch. We're going to get into a front split, or at least attempt one. I'm not very good at this, and most people aren't, but we're going to try. With the heel of the front foot on the mat and the top of the back foot on the mat, you're going to lean over that front leg with your hands supporting you. You can even rest your torso right on top of your leg. You can bend and straighten the knee as needed until you feel the stretch in the hamstring of the front leg. It may take some time for you to get a sense of how this should feel, but you want the body of the stretch to be within the hamstring itself. Again, if the knee hurts, bend it as needed. Typically, the straighter your front leg is and the closer your waist is to the floor, the stronger the stretch will become. Remember to breathe normally. Remember that intention to relax, to slow down, and let go. Pay attention to your body. And now switching sides. The heel of the front foot presses against the mat. The back leg is outstretched. The top of the foot of the back leg presses into the mat. Bending and straightening the knee of the front leg, you're leaning over that front leg until you feel a stretch in the body of the hamstring. When the stretch feels good to you, you'll hold that position. Pay attention to your body and all the things you feel while listening to all the sounds around you. Slowly coming out of that, we'll move into our quad stretch. From kneeling, bring one foot out in front of you and stack the knee above the ankle. Bend at the knee of the back leg so that you can grab the top of your foot. Flex the back foot into your hand, bringing the toes towards your shin. This will increase the stretch on the quad of the back leg. At the same time, bring the heel of the back foot towards the butt. You can rest your front elbow on your front knee. Try to keep your back nice and long in this position. You may find it's hard to keep your balance here, or that the floor is hard on your knee. So feel free to put a cushion under the back knee or fold the mat up several times. The more you flex the foot and the closer you bring the heel to your butt, the stronger the stretch in the quad will become. It can be hard to hold it, but do your best. And switching sides, sweeping the other foot out in front, stacking the knee above the ankle, bending at the knee of the back leg, grabbing the top of the foot, and flexing it towards the shin. Let your breath deepen, becoming longer, slower. Remember that intention to slow down and relax. Pay attention to your body and all the sounds around you. The stretch may be uncomfortable, but do your best to relax. And slowly coming out of that, we'll be moving into an upper back stretch. Begin by kneeling, then slide your hands forward along the mat. Create a right angle with your knee, hip, and ankle. Your arms are locked at the elbow. You press down into the floor with your hands. At the same time, you try to bring your upper back down towards the floor. Try to keep your back long and flat in this position. This will create a stretch in the mid and upper back. It takes a bit of effort to hold this position. So do your best to relax and breathe normally. keeping the elbows locked and the knees stacked right below the hips. Pay attention to your body and the sounds all around you. Should your mind wander, just keep your attention on what you hear and feel. And slowly coming out of that, we'll move into our calf stretch. For this, we're going to do our downward dog. Place your hands out in front of you, elbows locked, and walk the dog by bringing one heel to the floor while the other leg straightens. As you bring the heels towards the floor, you should feel a stretch in your calves. Do your best to keep the elbows and knees locked, and the back long and flat. Try to keep your neck and head aligned with your back. This is a very active pose, and you may find it hard to hold it for 90 seconds. Do your best. Breathe deep. Slow down. Keep on pushing those heels towards the floor, pushing through the hands and flattening the back. And slowly coming out of that, we'll move into a tricep stretch. Sitting back on your heels, reach one hand overhead and bend it at the elbow. Use your other hand to grab that elbow and pull it so your hand reaches down the length of your back. Try to keep your back long and upright. Breathe normally and deeply. You should feel a stretch in the tricep and shoulder. And now, switching sides. Bending the other arm, grabbing it at the elbow, and pulling it so the hand reaches down the back. Breathing normally, keeping your head and neck and back aligned. And slowly coming out of that, we'll move into a shoulder stretch. Sitting on your heels, clasp your hands behind your back, straightening the arms and locking at the elbow. Lift the arms as high as you can. You'll have to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Your head may want to come forward, but do your best to keep your head and neck aligned with your back. You can also lean forward, bringing your head towards the floor, while you continue to raise your arms high above you. And slowly coming out of that, you're done.